Japan's auto industry has become two factions to survive. Japanese automakers, the behemoths of automotive mass production, have fallen behind in the electric vehicle race. Eyeing burgeoning Chinese, American, and Korean carmakers, they've realized that uniting is the best way forward. Now one coalition is led by Toyota, the other is led by Honda. With that, Japan's entire car industry has transformed into two factions. In the EV industry, software is king. EVs are heavily dependent on software for pretty much every function, including battery management, power electronics, advanced driver assistance systems, ADAS, infotainment, and more. Tesla mastered software, and it now dominates the EV industry globally, although there's been a recent decline in its sales. Japan's automakers haven't really aced software yet. While Toyota continues to be the world's largest carmaker by sales volumes, its impact on the EV industry has been little. In the meantime, China's burgeoning automakers like BYD, XPeng, Geely, and Li Auto, among many others, are eyeing world dominance, and I'm afraid they're largely succeeding at that. In an attempt to regain some of this lost ground, Japanese automakers think teaming up is the way to go. Now on one side, you have a Toyota-led coalition involving Subaru, Suzuki, and Mazda, who have joined forces to develop EVs and next-generation combustion engines powered by alternative fuels. On the other side, Honda recently teamed up with Nissan and Mitsubishi to form a trilateral partnership to master software, electrical architectures, EV components, and more. Here is the latest from Bloomberg. Whereas Toyota has tied up with its domestic peers from a position of strength, it's been the world's best-selling automaker for 4 years running. Honda, Nissan, and Mitsubishi each are much smaller players. Their coming together is seen as a move by Japan's government to fortify its auto industry in the wake of China having emerged as the world's new #1 car exporter. This is coordinated by the government to build a competitive automaking industry, said James Hong, analyst at Macquarie Securities Korea Limited, adding that most automakers in Japan are too small to be able to invest in EVs individually. It feels like a politically driven alliance. Nissan, Honda, and Mitsubishi have been behind the curve in moving to what automakers increasingly refer to as software-defined vehicles, where code is as crucial as combustion engines were in the past. The Japanese government set a target last month for its companies to account for 30% of the software-defined vehicle market in 2030. Adversity brings people together. In this case, large corporations too. Nissan is in a death spiral. Its profits plunged 99% last quarter. Mitsubishi was an early mover in the EV race with the i-MiEV, but in recent times, it has failed to generate any significant momentum on its own. Honda's partnership with General Motors fell through, although the Prologue EV rides on GM's Ultium platform. They're distraught, and their coming together seems natural to me. They can all bring their own advantages to the table. Honda has a $65 billion plan to democratize EVs. Nissan brings the knowledge from deploying the world's first mass-produced modern EV that was the Leaf, and Mitsubishi holds a strong position in Southeast Asia. Now, as they group together, I think the real challenge would be to make their products unique and prevent software nightmares by learning from other carmakers' hiccups. I'm thinking of you, Volkswagen. Source: reposted and summarized from @insideevs.